Oh, no. I forgot what I fucking intro. I started off so Hello, welcome to Tabletops and Bottoms, the show where we talk about all things TTRPG, nerdy, and or games. This time we're talking about our book recommendations with some ones that we're currently reading and then our honorable mentions. You look so concerned.
You didn't say currently reading.
Okay. In my defense, I have like 2 on there that I'm currently reading.
Oh, and you're reading them really weird.
I'm not reading them weird. Okay, tell me out there if you think this is weird. So I'm reading 2 books, but I'm like alternating chapters. So I'm reading like 1 chapter from one book and 1 chapter from the other book, so that I can experience like both at the same time.
That's weird.
I think it makes sense.
It's weird. Because one of them needs a lot more brain power than the other one.
I mean, yes, it's also true. But, like...
How far are you?
Not very far.
You could have finished one of them by now.
I probably could have. But, like, I like taking my time when I'm reading because it makes the experience last longer.
But then you could just read it again.
That's true, but then, like, I don't ever get to re-experience reading it for the first time. Because then I know what happens. Which, in all fairness, like, it is very fun. I do like going back and, like, rereading and, like, picking out all the things.
Just wait, like, 10 years and then reread it.
That's too long.
5 years?
That's still too long. That'd be, like, if I was gonna say went back and, like, reread Aragon again after, like, however many years that was.
You could do it.
I could. I can't do that anymore because every time I try to reread Aragon, I just get, like, nostalgia throwback and, like, not in, like, the best way.
I can't relate.
That's okay.
The new Hunger Games book came out, like, last month. I finished it in 2 days.
Damn.
I would have finished it in 1, but I had to sleep and go to work, unfortunately.
I feel that, actually.
Yeah.
That's what I did with, like, one of the books on my list.
I like reading. It's like, if it's kind of boring and I'm not super into it, then I'll take a longer time. It took me a long time to get into Gideon, actually. Well, I tried to read it. Oh, it's also on my list. Wait, maybe I shouldn't say it.
Okay, so let's actually get into our list then.
Okay. Yeah, Gideon the Ninth, very good.
Very good.
But what I was saying was, it took me a while to get into it because I tried reading it, and the first, like, 2 to 3 chapters are, like, kind of boring to me.
Did you say 2 to 30 chapters?
3.
Oh, okay. I was like, 30 chapters is a lot for you to just, like, sit there.
No, until they got to they left the planet, it was pretty boring to me. But after that, it picked up.
Okay.
But the first time I tried reading it, I was, like, reading it with my eyes. And then the second time I put the audiobook on. And then that's where it went a lot faster.
That is fair. I will say, like, the audiobook, because this was when we were driving back from Tucson and you, like, put on the audiobook for it. That's what got me to actually start reading it.
Good.
And then also because I spoiled it for myself.
Boo.
And then I was like, yes, now I definitely need to read this.
Sometimes I hate how you spoil things for yourself.
It's what, honestly, like, sometimes it's what gets me to, like, want to, like, read it or, like, watch something. Because I have to know. Like, I feel like I have to know. There are things where, like, I'm okay to go in blind. But, like, certain things, I'm like, I have to know what happens first.
I don't get that. That's also weird.
I feel like I need to, like, determine whether or not it's going to be, like, worth my time.
I don't like that thinking. Just go in blind and then judge for yourself. That's what I like to do.
So what's the next one on yours?
There's no order to this
at
all. The other one I was going to talk about was, I don't know which one I want to do. I guess Mexican Gothic.
Oh.
Have you read it?
No, that sounds fucking cool, though.
I think it's in like the 50s or 60s in Mexico.
Oh.
And the main character, I forget. I read this a really long time ago. But she ends up in like a mansion in Mexico, and then weird things start to happen.
Oh.
And it's a horror book.
I assumed.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know if I should say. You just read it.
Okay.
I have this listed with another book called The Marigold that I also read recently.
Oh.
And they have very similar themes.
Okay.
Fungal horror.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. If you like horror and mushrooms.
I like that.
Those are two good books.
I've got a couple horrors on my list as well. So the first one is 13 Stories. That one's very on the nose, I think. It's a Jonathan Sims book. It was like the first one that he published.
Okay. It's not what I was thinking of then.
What are you thinking of?
There's some book that I read in like elementary school that I think was also titled 13 Stories.
Huh. I mean, it makes sense. It's probably a very common title. This one is spelled like the British way, which bothered me actually because I just wasn't used to seeing it, so I thought it was like very weird.
What's the British way?
Storeys. Because I thought it was going to be stories as in like Stories, right? But it's like stories as in like building stories. And it's also a play on
That's
stories.
also like the book that I read in elementary school.
Really? Oh, damn. Okay.
There's also a building.
It was really good. It is like 13 chapters. Technically 14, actually, if you like include the epilogue. But it's basically like there's a story for like each person who lives on like each floor of this like apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very on the nose because all of the stories are centered around these people who are basically like victims of capitalism or people who like perpetuate it. I'm not going to go into more because like it's a hell of a spoiler, but basically like they all get together and they figure out like what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. My beef.
You have beef, okay.
My beef is with the audiobook and the audio engineer. I saw somebody on TikTok who was like, I'm so excited to read it. And then other people were like, oh my God, the audiobook. I was like, don't do the audiobook. It's bad. I will die on this hill.
Okay.
But that is my first horror. If you have another horror.
Is it your favorite?
It is actually not my favorite. It is
okay
on a list of my favorites, but it is not my favorite.
Okay. If we're going with horror, I think I only have one more.
Okay. I also only have one more on horror as well.
And it wasn't even on... It was just a book I read recently that I liked. And it's by Mr. Chuck Tingle. But one of his YA novels.
Okay.
He has a YA horror novel. He actually has two, I think.
Okay.
And one of them, the first one that he published was called Camp Damascus.
I've heard about this. I've never read it, though.
I read it, and it was very good.
Dang. Okay.
And it's about a girl, and it starts with her, they're at, like, the swimming pond in their little town, and then she sees this girl that it reads like she might have a crush on her, but she doesn't know it, and then a bug flies out of her mouth, a fly. Yeah. And then it's like her unraveling what happened.
Okay.
And in their little town and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
But it's very gay. And both this one and his next one. This other novel, I haven't read it yet. It's called Bury Your Gaze.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, but also like sounds very tragic.
Yeah, this one was also pretty tragic. Yeah, but it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, go with your second. Your last horror one.
My last horror one is called A Feast of Putrid Delights. That one is actually a novella, so not like a full book. But I saw it because first of all, I saw the cover, and it was on a list of like recommended horror books. And I really like body horror ones because they're like, it's very easy for me to visualize, and it's also like so easy to like, in my opinion, it's so easy to write body horror, and it's so fun to do because it's always grotesque.
Yeah.
Like in a way that I feel like is fun and enjoyable. But yeah, that one is I have not read this one yet. But it is on my list. But
Okay.
it is it's like a cannibal story-ish.
Uh-huh.
I say ish. Because I don't know like the full story of it. I just know that it's a lot to deal with like madness and how the main character sort of like starts to break down, and it like manifests itself in food.
Interesting.
So she's a chef.
So you haven't read it yet, but it's on your list?
Mm-hmm. It is on my list.
Oh. Then I guess I do have one more.
Oh.
But it's like it hasn't come out yet, so
okay.
It's one that I'm waiting for.
Tell me.
It's called The Starving Saints.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Sounds like it's got like religious overtones.
Yeah. The Starving Saints. It's the one that's on my list. I literally have it on my calendar for when it's going to come out because I really want to read it.
That cover looks cool.
Yeah, but it's like something happens. They're in a castle. It's under siege. Food is running low, and then someone comes and like claims that they're going to save them all. Yeah.
Is it? It sounds like a cannibalism story.
I'm thinking maybe a little bit. Alternate history. That's a very small part of it. But also in this world, like magic exists, and they're like wizards, and they are magicians, and they run the government like in the UK. It's mainly magicians. And the way that they find more magicians is they pay like less fortunate people or like take orphans off the street. Yeah, so this kid was like living with his parents, and then they couldn't pay their bills, so they kind of sold him off. And he's like the main character, but he learns that the magicians don't have innate power. They take power from demons that they summon with like pentacles and everything. So now he's been training as from a young age to do all this stuff. And cool. Bartimaeus is the demon that he ends up summoning because this little kid also has like a burning grudge against some people in his life. So
makes sense. I would be too if I got sold.
Not even those people. To some other people in his life. His own master who belittled him and treated him like a kid even though he was like, I'm old enough. So he self-studied and he summoned Bartimaeus before his master even taught him technically how to summon. And also in this world, it's like your own name holds power, and that's how they control the demons, is because they know the demons' names. And if a demon learns a magician's name in return, they then can like break their like contract basically. Or like use it against them. Mm-hmm. So that's why they always have to keep their name a secret. And when they become of age, they choose a new name from like a book. So the little boy summoned Bartimaeus before he earned his new name, and Bartimaeus learns his name. So now they have like a weird relationship with each other. But it's also all told from like Bartimaeus's point of view, kind of. And there's also footnotes. So like he'll say something like say something that happened and there'll be a little footnote and then you go down to the bottom and then he'll just say something and he's like super sarcastic and like witty.
Ooh.
So it's a very fun character to like read from.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. And then later in like the second book, you'll learn there's like a political uprising happening and then they introduce a new character and I love her. She's very good, but she's like a normie person. She doesn't know anything about magic until she like, I don't know. You just have to read it. Okay. I don't want to spoil everything.
What's next on your list?
Basic Hitchhiker's Guide series.
I have an autographed version of it.
What the fuck? That's so lucky. I love them. I've been meaning to read them again.
It's so good.
But yeah, if you don't know, just funny sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, the movie's very good.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Other than that, I guess the next one I have is Murderbot.
Explain?
Have we not told you about Murderbot?
No. Either that or you have, and I like genuinely don't remember.
Okay, she has her headphones on. So it's getting an Apple TV show coming out next month. It's a series of novellas. I think there's like 5 of them. And it follows Murderbot, who is like an android.
Oh! I do know this one actually.
Yeah. It's an android. And it hacked itself to become like sentient. And it's obsessed with like this TV show. And yeah, it's very good.
I do remember this, but not because you told me. Because I saw a commercial for the TV show. And I was like, interesting concept.
I don't have Hanan Murderbot as a white man.
Did you?
No. I did not. Unfortunately. So I'm iffy on the actor. Okay. But, because it like canonically refers to itself as it. So it's non-binary. And so I was like, they should have gone a non-binary actor to play Murderbot. But yeah.
Hollywood doesn't like that.
But Janelle Monáe is right there.
That's also true.
But yeah.
I feel like there's so many, not so many, but there's more known non-binary actors now.
Mm-hmm. But if they didn't do that, then like the narrator for the audiobooks, which are also very good, like he is an actual actor, so I was like, you could have gotten him too.
Oh shit, that would have been cool.
Yeah, but no, they didn't. They got a Skarsgård. Whatever.
Oh, that's right. It's like, wasn't he the one that plays like Pennywise?
No,
the other one.
It's a different one. I don't know how many there are.
I only know 2, and the father.
Yeah,
2 and the father. That's it.
Not 3.
So 3.
Yeah, Murderbot is a good series.
I have 6 more on my list.
And your lift.
Love my lift.
We
were talking about murder, so
Murderbot didn't really murder me.
Well, they named Murderbot.
Sometimes. For the protection of others.
I'll do my next ones, which are murders, murder mysteries, or has murder in them. Mm-hmm. So I haven't read the series yet. Correction. I've read like part of this one, and I want to finally finish it. The Sweet Pea series. This one's actually a show I think on Amazon Prime now, but basically it follows this like British girl who basically is overlooked in her entire life. She snaps, starts murdering people. Fantastic. Love this for her. It's really good, actually.
Okay.
I never finished it because I borrowed it from the library and then had to return it before I finished it.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. And then I could have just like rechecked it out and then didn't. I don't know why I didn't. Anyway. The other one is the Tita Rosie's Kitchen series. These are literally, if you're Filipino, you will this will be fucking fantastic. Like, because the first one is called Adobo and Arsenic.
Nice.
And it's basically like, you follow the main character, and she solves mysteries. Mm-hmm. And all the names are like food related things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like super fun. I very much enjoy them. I have heard that you should listen to the audiobook. I didn't because I don't have an Audible subscription and I didn't want to get one.
They don't have it on Libby?
No, they don't, which makes me sad.
That sucks.
And I was gonna like borrow the audiobook from the library and they were like 32 weeks waiting time. And I was like, or I could just regular read the books. So that's why I haven't listened to the audiobook. But they're super fun. There's a lot of like quirky the Filipino things that you'll recognize if you're Filipino or if you just know.
Nice.
And then my last murder one. They're like super easy reads, by the way. They don't take a lot of brain power, if that makes sense. Is called How We End. I haven't read this one yet. But this is like a queer apocalypse book. And the main character is like a trans man.
Mm-hmm.
And I follow the author on TikTok and it seems like a very, very fun read. I just haven't gotten a chance to read it yet. It's going to be my next one after I finish Getting the Ninth and Iron Widow, which is the next one on my list. But it is the one that I'm reading one chapter of Gideon and then one chapter of Iron Widow and going back and forth.
Diabolical.
It makes my reading experience last longer.
Diabolical.
It's so then I don't have to go like finish a book in 2 days and then I'm like, dang, what do I do with my life now?
You already have one on deck.
But if I'm still in the mood for like Gideon,
then you read the second one.
Then I could, but then, like I have other books that I need to read and then I get more distracted.
Oh my goodness gracious.
But I like it. I like elongating my reading experience. It makes it last longer. Listen, I reward myself like a dog. Like, if I do something good, I'm like, oh, I'm going to treat myself with a new chapter.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. A book that I read last year, well, I read most of the series. The Sabriel series by Garth Nix. Which is really funny because I read that before Gideon and they have kind of similar themes.
Okay.
Because Sabriel is a necromancer.
Oh.
And Gideon has necromancy in it. And then, like, in Sabriel, she has to go through the river. And there's different gates. And then in Gideon, there's a river. Anyway.
Okay.
Because, like, a river of souls in Gideon. You haven't gone there yet.
No, I haven't.
That's, like, book 2. But, yeah, Sabriel is pretty good. Oh my god, and the audiobook is narrated by Tim Curry.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yes. So the original Sabriel, it's Sabriel, Lyrael, and the Porson.
Okay.
I believe that's the first trilogy. And then there's Clariel, which is a prequel. Then there's Eleanor and Tyrael, which is also a prequel. And then there's Golden Hand, which is a sequel to Lyrael. And then I didn't finish Golden Hand, which is a sequel to Lyrael, because it kind of bored me. But the other ones were very good. And then the other one I have, the one that we were talking about, it's called Unnatural Magic.
Oh.
And the first chapter reads like a pick-me, which I did not pick up on, but people that I have recommended this book to apparently did. And literally my one friend was like, is she punking me? Like, what is this? Like, it goes from their different points of view, so it's not all her. She gets better, I swear, I promise. But it's about her, and she wants to be a magician, and literally, I guess this is why it reads Pick Me, because she's like better at magic or whatever, but like all the boys get to go to college because she doesn't got money, and she was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, but that she's only one point of view. And then there's like this girl that's a troll, and she's great. We love her. And then there's this guy that like...
Well, hold on, like an actual troll? Or like an internet troll?
No, this is like magic.
Okay, so like an actual troll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is she an ogre? Or is she a troll? I don't remember. She's something. She's big. Big woman. And then there's this guy that he's like in the military, and then he like deserts on accident because he got hurt. And then the troll found him in a ditch and like takes him home to nurse him back to health. It's very good. Just read the book. Yeah. And then she had a sequel book. I did not know it was a sequel, and I read the second one first. And then I was like, wait, there was a first one? And then I went back and read that one. So you could read them in any order. The second one is The Ruthless Lady's Guide to something and something. I'll find it.
I love that you can just read them out of order and it still makes sense.
It did. The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry. Yes, that's the second one. That's that one. This one is gay.
Oh, I like that.
That's why I read that one first, and then I didn't realize that it was a series. It's very fun. I promise. She's not a pick-me the whole time. I promise. I swear to God, she's not. She gets better.
If any of you agree or disagree, please let us know.
But I like the first one better than the second one. Even though the second one is gay. But the first one is really fucking good. I promise.
I'm gonna pop back to Iron Widow for a second.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why I said it. That one is very, very fun. You are right, though. Like, it is not as heavy as a read as Gideon.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm very, very much enjoying it. I'm not that far into it either because obviously I'm going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But I love all the like little historical and like cultural tidbits that are in there. Also, like I love that they're I was gonna say Transformers are like mechas.
Yes.
I love that part because like the version that I have has concept art in the front, so I got to see how they look. It looks really freaking cool. Yeah, super enjoying Iron Widow. Love.
Is this your first time reading it?
First time actually committing to reading it, I will say.
So I was like, I thought you've read it.
I've never read it in order.
What does that mean?
As in, okay. I keep seeing like excerpts from the book.
Oh my God.
And I keep reading those and I'm like, oh, they're really good.
Oh my God.
I've never actually like sat down and read from like actual start to finish.
Oh my God.
And that's what I'm finally doing.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
I know.
Why did you do that?
Because they were interesting. And then it came to the point where I was like, I should actually just like read it through all the way.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I bet if I started that today, I'd finish it before you finished.
I'm sure you would.
Either Gideon or Iron.
Yeah, I guarantee that 100%.
Yeah, because I've been wanting to reread it again because the second one just came out, and I haven't read the second one yet. We have it. We pre-ordered it, and I haven't read it yet. Yeah.
It's been out for a while, hasn't it?
It's been a couple months.
Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
The only thing I know about the second book is that
the pegging.
The pegging part, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's how the author sold me on reading the second one. Which I need to actually finish the first one.
It's gonna take you weeks.
And listen, I might just commit to one book first.
You should.
But sometimes I need to like motivate myself to get through the day. I'm just like, if I finish work in an X amount of time, then I can like read another chapter. So it's just what I do. Because then otherwise it'll happen like with that one book that I read because I got too excited and I read it in one sitting and then I was like, dang. It's also the next one on my list, which is Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. That one's a very cute like period piece romance that's lesbian. It's really good.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought that one was the Christmas one. You were gonna say.
No, I did not actually put any of my Christmas ones on my list.
Oh, thank God.
I'm sparing you. They are really good though. It's very cute. But this one's actually really cute. It's like if you like Bridgerton but make it lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
That one's also like a pretty easy read. There's a sequel out right now that I don't remember the name of, but that one's gay. First book is lesbian, the second one's gay. It's very, very cute. I enjoyed it, but yeah, I super like read that in like 4 hours. It was good. This is also why I have to like stop myself. Otherwise, I'm just going to consume books. And then I'm like, but I need to reward myself with things. And that's usually by chapters.
Anyway, I don't know if it's a kid's book. I did not find them. In one Bookman's, it was in the like YA section. And in another Bookman's, it was just in the fantasy section.
Huh.
So I don't know. But I read the first book. And I'm trying to get through the rest of them. I read the first 2 and I was reading the third one, and then it got returned by the library and I didn't finish it. But I own them now, except for the first one. I'm still looking for it.
Okay.
Because I want them all the same size.
Oh.
It's very hard to find, like, the series the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
But it's like the magic system is like the true names of things holds power.
Okay. So like Bartimaeus.
A little bit, but it's different.
Okay.
And then like the little kid learns how to cast magic, and then he has to go to school, and then he tries to show off, and he does something.
Oh shit.
And so this is just the first book, and so he has to go and like correct it, and he has to face himself, kind of. It's very, I don't know, but like I read this book and it changed me. Like I read this and I was like, wow, I think about things different now. It's very good. It's very, very good.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you for joining us. If you like what you heard or saw, or want to hear us talk about something else, please leave a comment below. You can... I saw really bad eyes. You can find us wherever podcasts are.
It's just here in Spotify.
Here or Spotify. You could find us here or on Spotify. And if you want to support us in a more personal manner, please consider donating to our Ko-fi.
Ko-fi.
Fuck. Ko-fi. Thank you. Bye.